into the respiratory system. And what do you mean by expiration, which works opposite to the inspiration? During expiration, the alveolar air that is present in the lungs of alveoli that contain air which will be released outside. So this is nothing but the expiration. So the process of movement of air into the lungs is carried by creating certain kind of pressure gradient between the lungs and atmosphere. Because of this pressure gradient, the gases are moving forward. During inspiration can occur if the pressure within the lungs, whatever the pressure that is present in the lungs, nothing but the intrapulmonary pressure. This intrapulmonary pressure, if it is less than the atmospheric pressure, inspiration commonly occurs. At the same time, there is a negative pressure in the lungs. There is a negative pressure in the lungs with respect to the atmospheric pressure. Now, similarly, expiration takes place when the intrapulmonary pressure is higher. When the intrapulmonary pressure, nothing but the pressure that is present in the lungs, if it is higher, the expiration process takes place. And finally, the diagram and specialized set of muscles. Diagram I will show it later on. First let us learn the points and the process. Now here, external and internal costal muscles. What are the muscles that are helping in inspiration and expiration? External and internal costal muscles. These are present in between the ribs. Helps in generation of such gradient. Now, inspiration is initiated by the contraction of diaphragm. Inspiration is initiated by the contraction of diaphragm. So as you know that diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle which is there at the bottom of both the lungs. Which generally increases during volume of thoracic chamber, in the anterior posterior axis. Now, contraction of external intercostal muscles lifts rib cage and at the same time sternum, causing increasing in the volume of thoracic chamber. So this increasing of thoracic chamber occurs in the dorsoventral axis. What do you mean by dorsal? Back side. What do you mean by ventral? Front side. So on the back and frontal sides, thoracic cavity volume gradually increases. The overall increase in the thoracic volume, what happens? The overall increase in the thoracic volume causes increase in the pulmonary volume. Now here an increasing in pulmonary volume decreases if the pulmonary volume increases, causes decrease the intrapulmonary pressure. The pressure that is present in the lungs is called intrapulmonary pressure, that is decreased, okay, to less than the atmospheric pressure. Now when it happens, finally it forces the air outside, it forces the air from outside, it forces the air from outside to move into the lungs, to move into the lungs, causes inspiration, okay. So relaxation of, if you carefully see the relaxation of diaphragm, if diaphragm is relaxed, intercostal muscles, external intercostal muscles and internal intercostal muscles, okay, returns the diaphragm and sternum to their normal position, okay. If they comes to normal position, what happens, it reduces the thoracic volume, okay. Thoracic volume will be reduced and thereby reduces the pulmonary volume, okay. This leads to increase intrapulmonary pressure slightly, okay. So when the increasing of intrapulmonary pressure occurs above the atmospheric pressure, okay, causing expulsion of air from the lungs, okay. From where it occurs? From the lungs itself, okay. Now we have the ability to increase the strength of inspiration, and expiration. How it possible? With the help of additional muscles, that are there in the abdomen. On an average, a healthy human breathes 12 to 16 times per minute. How many times? 12 to 16 times per minute. So the volume of air involved in breathing movements can be estimated. How to estimate? Estimated by using a machine called spirometer, okay.